Hello and welcome everybody. Nice to welcome you to today's session through Legal Futures. This is the session where I'm going to be speaking to you on financial remedies, cohabitation and also marital breakdowns. So as you can see, three areas that I'll be covering with you today. So very pleased to welcome all of you. And as you'll imagine, this area has again been incredibly busy this year, as have many areas in law. And the COVID-19 pandemic, of course, has and continues to have, of course, a devastating effect on our lives, both locally and also indeed throughout the world. And as any family practitioner would know, it's also had an impact, of course, on the way in which we run our cases and how decisions are having to be made by the judiciary. So I'm going to be looking at that, particularly when it comes to Barder principles in particular a bit later. All right, so these are some of the things I'd like to cover with you in today's session. We are going to be talking about development in divorce process and the online divorce, just to make sure that you're familiar with the new provisions, particularly the online divorce. I'll spend a little bit of time on that with you today. We'll also be looking at material non-disclosure and impact, particularly in relation to the position where persons then have decided not to disclose and what the impact on that is, and an impact of COVID-19 to financial remedy cases and whether or not those are indeed Barder events or not. So there's the HW and WW case I want to look at, and the FRB and DCA, and that FRB also looks at the issue of impact of material non-disclosure in that regard. And then there's also conduct issues in financial remedy cases in that regard. So again, the FRB and DCA case